Okay, so let's start chapter 6, section 2. If you have any questions, please comment down below. You can always reach out to me for private or group sessions. And another is that please don't forget to subscribe. So let's start. We have this question. I know a lot of students are struggling with it, so let's start. So first of all, we have HOI and GOJ. Okay, they're saying they're congruent to each other. Now remember, if this is confusing, you can always draw it out for yourself in here. They said that K and M are perpendicular. So this is K, right? So K and M. These two are perpendicular, and you can choose another color, which is line N and L are perpendicular. So these two are perpendicular, and they just put them together, right? So the M, let me also draw out the right angle if it won't be too confusing here. And there's a right angle on the other one. Let's make it with black, this one, right? So these two are the right angles. Now what is happening here? Let's understand it. So HOI is congruent to GOJ. So HOI is congruent to GOJ. Yes, they are congruent to each other. Why are they congruent to each other? Because they're making halves of the perpendicular that they were forming. So that HOI is also it's part of the lines, the perpendicular lines that they were forming with N and K. And the same thing is happening with GOJ. They're also forming the perpendicular line. They're also forming, a part of the perpendicular line of L and N. Okay, so these two are both the parts. And you can see that they're also forming. So HOI and GOJ. Now let's go to the other one. Okay, HOI and GOJ. The next one is HOI and JOI. JOI. Now you see that these two aren't, because one GOI, sorry, this one. So these two are the same part of the same perpendicular that they're forming, right? This was the complete perpendicular, and they're making two halves of it. Now you don't know exactly what are those angles are, right? And the previous one, that was exactly where they are the same halves, just one that is forming of this perpendicular, and that one is forming the part of the other perpendicular. So this is false. Let's go to the next one. HOI. So whenever you have HOI, right, this one HOI is 90 minus, they're saying 90 subtraction of JOI, right? So that is true, because what is our complete perpendicular here? This one, right? This is the complete perpendicular which is forming the 90 degree. But now they are saying how will you get HOI from this 90 degree? By removing this part, right? So you'll be left with only HOI. And what is the pink part? What is the pink part? That's JOI. There you go. So that is true, right? We'll be choosing this one. The next one as well, how will we do that? The JOG, and then we have JOI. Now where is JOI? JOI is this one. Sorry, let me color it with another one, maybe yellow. JOI, it's this one, right? Now what is this? This is forming, again, there are two different halves. So JOI is 90 minus JOI. Again, it's the same thing that we studied previously. Because what is the whole right angle that they're forming? It's with line N and N, all of this. If you remove the yellow part, remember that the black line is the 90 degree. If you remove the yellow part, you will just be left with the pink part. The pink part is JOG. Let's go to the next one. If you don't understand, please comment down below. Please don't forget to subscribe, and you can book private or group sessions with me. So LOM is this one. Now remember, whenever you have these kind of angles and you're getting confused what to do, look at the bigger numbers. You're just supposed to subtract them. So let's check. 130 minus 40 is 90. So we're choosing the first one as true. Let's zoom out. This is true. Okay, the other one, KOL is acute and KOL is 50. So they're saying what is KOL. So let's zoom in again and let's check what is KOL. So that is 180 minus 130, right? Because that's 130 written there and 180 is here. So 180 minus 130, which is 50. There you go, that's true as well. So the first two are true. Now let's check the last one. KOM, I'll just read it out for you because I know you cannot see it from the screen. Okay, now you can. KOM is obtuse and KOM is 140. So what is KOM? So what is KOM? KOM is all of this, right? So what is that? 180 minus 40, which is 140. So 1, 2, 3, right? All of these are true. The next one, what is the value of x? Now remember, what is this forming? And keep in mind that linear pairs are supplementary. And this is forming a linear pair. Remember, what did I teach you? Is that these are opposite rays and they share a common ray between them. So 180, we know that one part, they're asking about x. So we know this is 180. We know that one part is 48. So once 180, sorry, what's 180 minus 48? Just give me 1 second. 180 minus 48 gives you 132. So if you remove this part, you'll be only left with the x, which is 132. Now let's go to the next one. Again, they're vertical angles. Vertical angles are opposite, but they're also equal to each other. So how will you do this? For x minus 90 is going to be equals to 2x plus 20. So it's going to be, you're going to take this to the other side. It's going to subtract 2x. And here you're going to take 90. It's going to be plus 90. Now 90 plus 20 is 110. So 110 divided by 2, so you divide here by 2, it's going to be 55, right? You know, you're supposed to know how to do this because from the previous sections, they have taught you how to solve for x. So here, what is NOP is acute. So now let's zoom in into NOP. Where's NOP? NOP is giving it's 60 and it's 120. So 120 minus 60 is 60. So the first one is true. The next one is QOP. QOP is obtuse and 120. Let's see. QOP, where's QOP? QOP. You can see that the obtuse also from the graph. So 180 minus 60, you get 120. That's true as well. And the last one, QON is acute and QON is 70. So QON, which is 180 minus 120. So 180 minus 120. What is that now? That is, it is acute, so don't get confused there. But you're supposed to be careful about the numbers as well. So your 180 minus 120 is what? That's 20. You're not supposed to get 70. So 180 minus 120 is 60, sorry. Not 70. So don't forget. So 1 and 2 is the only answer here. Let's go to the next one. Here, as you can see that whenever you have all of these lines and they have a lot of numbers between them, try to draw a circle around it. If you make a complete circle, that is equals to 360. So add them all up, 50 plus 70 plus x plus x. So, sorry, plus x plus x. Just think of that as x. Plus is equals to 360. So now we're just going to add 50 plus 70. 50 plus 70. Okay, sorry, 50 plus 70. 120 minus 360. 360 minus 120 gives you 240. Now 2x, now the x and x, and you can add them, and equals to 240. What is that? 120. Okay, now let's do this one again. They're vertical angles. For I, y minus 20 is equals to 3y plus 20, right? So the same thing, 3y plus 20, they're opposite angles and they're vertical. Sorry, they're vertically opposite angles. So 3y, take it to the other side, it becomes 4y minus 3y, right? So that is y equals, so we take 20 to the other side, we get positive 20. So that would be 40. So let's choose that as 40. Okay, and this one, this question I know a lot of students struggle with, so just let's start doing it. Which of the following is true? So angle 4 and 1 are vertically opposite. That's true. Angle 4 and 1 are vertically opposite. So let's choose that. We have 3 answers here. Angle 1 and 5 are supplementary. So let's see that. Let's draw it out. Let's make the marker a bit thicker. So we have angle 1 and 5. So this is how angle 1 is formed, like this, right? And how is the other angle formed, angle 5? There is a common pair and it's going to the opposite direction, completely opposite to each other. So that is forms a linear pair. Linear pairs are supplementary. What does supplementary means? 180. So keep that in mind. Then there is the last one, which is angle 2 and 3 are linear pairs. Now let's check that. Angle 2 and 3 are not linear pair. Why? Because again, if you see this, even if they share a common side, their sides are not completely opposite to each other. That's what we want. Opposite to the rays are supposed to be opposite to each other completely. How we did it in 1 and 5. So not this one. Okay, let's go ahead. 4 and 5 are linear pairs. Yes, they're linear pairs. Again, 4 is this side, and then we can choose another color and draw the other side, 5. So they're sharing a common segment. They're going in opposite directions. So yeah, and 3 and 5 are vertical. No, they're not vertical. Why? Because 3 and 2 are vertical to 5, not only 3. 3 can't alone be vertical to 5 because look, what is the segment they're making? It's like this, and then there's a bigger V on this side. Okay. Now let's check this, angle 3. Now how do we calculate angle 3? First of all, you need to understand, we have studied previously, that all of this is a linear pair, right? They have two opposite rays, and then they're sharing a segment. They are sharing a segment, right? So what does that mean? That this is a linear pair. A linear pair is equals to 180. So measure angle 4 plus measure angle 3 plus measure angle 2. They're all equals to 180. Okay, they're all equal to 180. Now you know what measure angle 2 is, that is 30. You know what measure angle 4 is, that's 113. And you're looking for measure angle 3. So just add both of them. Okay, add 113 plus 30 minus 180 because it's supplementary. That gives you 37 for angle 3. Remember, so you take this to the opposite side, you add them, take it to the opposite side, 180 minus, you'll get 143. So 143, you will get 37. So 37, okay? Now, what is the easiest way? You can do it in two ways. Either you know that 3 and 2 are vertically opposite 5, right? So add these two, the values of these two. 37, which is measure angle 3, and 30, which is measure angle 2. So which is 67, that's straightforward, right? There's another way, if you're not sure about this way, again, what you can do is you can add all of these. What does that form? It forms a circle. So measure angle 1 plus measure angle 2 plus measure angle 3 plus measure angle 4, measure angle 5 is equals to 360, right? And what is the only one unknown? Because whenever you have an equation like this, you can only have one unknown that you're looking for. And we only have that measure angle 5, which is unknown, right? So measure angle 1 was what? Measure angle 1 is your 113 because 4 and 1, they're vertically opposite. So it's 113. Measure angle 2 is 30. Measure angle 3, we calculated in part B, 37. Plus measure angle 3 is, 37. Yeah, we put that for measure angle 3. And measure angle 4, again, is 113. And then we have x for measure angle 5. So you should add all of these numbers. What do you get? 113 plus 113 plus 30 plus 37. You subtract 293, 360 minus 293, 293. Okay, subtract those two together. What do you get? Sorry. You get directly 67. So it's the same thing. Either you do it, you understand that angle 5 is vertically opposite to angle 3 and 2. You add 3 and 2 and find the answer of angle 5. Or you can do it the longer way. Okay, now this one, just give me a second. I just need to get back to a student. Okay, so here what is it? Is that again, you can see that this is forming a linear pair. Now there is a common side that they're shading, and the opposite, the rays, the other two rays are completely opposite to each other. So what does that form? So that forms a 180. So 5x minus 30, 5x minus 30 plus x, right? So 5x minus 30 plus x. Now, what is missing in here? What are they asking for? Sorry, in the first one, ADB. So they're asking for x. So we can add all of these together equals to 180. So 5x plus 6 plus x is 6x. You take 30 to the other side and you make it minus 30. So 180 minus 30 is 150, right? So 150 minus 6x is, let's check that, 150 minus 6x is 25. So that's your answer, 25. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Okay, so what question is this? We're on 9. So that is, okay, did we get 25? Okay, 1 second. Okay, let me calculate this once more. So what's A1? 80. So 6x. And we got to the other side, 30 plus 180. So 30 plus 180 is, sorry, we're supposed to add, right? Because it's negative here. I made a mistake there. So 180 plus 30, that's 210. Divided by 6, you get 35, not 25. It will be 35. Because remember, what were we doing here? We got x plus 5x minus 30 is equals to 180. When you take minus 30 to the other side, it becomes positive 30, right? And becomes 210. And what is 180 plus 180 plus 30? 210. So 210 and then divided by 6, you get 35. The next one we have, what is the degree measure of BDC? So this one, BDC. You're just going to put the x value in place of the x wherever you have 5 times 35 and minus 30. You'll get what BDC is. 5 times 35 minus 30 is 145. Let's go to the next one. Okay, MOL. Now when you have MOL, you can see it clearly, it's 90, but you can also calculate it. It's 180 here, and it's going to be 90 above. So 180 minus 90 is 90. 180 minus 90 is 90. Now what is MOK? MOK is obtuse. Okay, so we have 180 minus 70. So that's going to give us 110. Remember, the bigger numbers, you're just supposed to subtract where it falls. So here, it was MOK, right? So M is here and K is above. So you just subtract these two numbers. The next one, LOK. LOK is 60 and 70, right? 70 minus, let me zoom in, 70 minus 90. Sorry, my bad, 70 minus 90. So just write 90 minus 70, you get 70 minus 90, you get 20. Now, MOL, what did we study? That's a right angle. MOK is an obtuse, and LOK is 20. It's an acute. Now, SOT. So now what is SOT? This is this part, right? Now, again, what are we studying here? What is that? They've told you already they're complementary. You can also see it, and there's also written for you, so you'll be sure about it. So complementary, if they're complementary, what does that tell you? That if they're complementary, it's equals to 90. 3x minus 10 plus x is equals to 90. 90 minus 10 is 80, and x plus 3x is 4x. So what is x equals to? X equals to 20. So the first one is going to be 20 because SOT is x. So we just replace that by 20. The next, what is SOR? SOR is 3x minus 10. So replace the x by 20. That will be 60. Right? 60 minus 10, you get 50. So you'll be getting 50 for this one. Just a minute. Just give me 1 second. So let me just do this once more, so I'm sure that I'm doing it correctly. So 3x minus 10 plus x. So then you take it, okay, sorry. Again, I made the same mistake. So 90 plus 10, right? So plus 10 here. What are you supposed to get? You're supposed to get 100. Sorry, I'm just rushing, so it's causing some mistakes. So don't worry, if you have anything, I'll clarify in the comment section below. So 4x minus 100 is what? 25. So just write here 25. The next one, you're supposed to just replace the x in here by 25. So 3 times 25 minus 10. Okay, so just replace the x by the value that you've gotten. And of course, check again, so you don't make a mistake. 3 times 25 minus 10, what do you get? 65. So that's your answer here, 65. Okay, let's go to the next one. Again, if you want any sessions, you can book a session with me. It's better to do a group session now because I won't have time for a private session, but you can always also ask questions in the comment down below. So here, given the measure, again, it's a linear pair. We know a linear pair is supplementary. What is supplementary? That's 180. Okay. So 5x minus 30 plus x is equals to 180, right? So now, what is that? 5x plus x, 6x. We take the 30 to the other side, 180 plus 30. Okay, so what is that? 180 plus 30. So 180 plus 30 is going to give you 210. So 210 divided by 6 gives you 35. So directly got the answer here, 35. They just wanted x, ADB. So 35. You just solve for x and you get the answer. Okay, what is the value of x? Again, it's going to make a 360. Here, all of this. So it's going to make a 360. You're going to add all of it, 150 plus 90 plus 4x and plus x. Plus 4x, just let me zoom out a bit. Sorry. So 150. Oh god. Just a second. 150 plus 90 plus 4x and plus x, right, is equals to 360. Okay, all of this is equals to 360. 150 plus 90 is what? 150 plus 90 is 240. And then you have 4x plus x is 5x. So now you subtract by 360. 240, take it to the other side, becomes negative. So 360 minus 240. You get 120. Now 5x is equals to 120. So when you divide them, 5x divided by 120, you get 24. So that is your answer here. X is 24 because you're just solving for x here. That's the unknown here. So you're just going to find that out. The next one, again, they're supplementary. What do? You know, measure angle B plus angle D is equals to 25. I mean, sorry, what 25? It's equals to 180. Now we know that one of these, this is 25. And measure angle D is what we don't know, right? Is equals to 180. So what are we going to do? We're just going to take it to the other side. 180 minus 25 because 25 is positive. When you take it to the other side, it becomes negative. So 180 minus 25, which is 155. 155. The next one, the same thing here. Now angle AOC, what is the measurement of that? You will see it's 160 here, and the other side it's 45. It's above the 40. So 160 minus, sorry, my bad, 160 minus 45, which is 115 for this one. Be careful where the arrows are placed. Sometimes they can trick you. So here they're asking for the name of the angle. So here it's BOC. So now let's check what is BOC, what is the measurement. You can see it's 130 minus 90. 130 minus 90, you're going to get 40. So we need to find and measure angle that is the same thing as 40 because congruent means that the measure angle is the same. It's 40 and 40. So we'll see DOC. You can see that DOC is 90 minus 50, which is 40 again. 90 minus 50, which is 40. So you'll just write it. Now remember, try to write it exactly the same way they have written for you. Angle BOC, BOC. So how will you write it? DOC. Let's go to the next one. Here, measure angle 1 and measure angle 2. You're just going to replace measure angle 1 with what? They have given you all the numbers here. So it's an easy question. Don't get confused. So measure angle 1 is, they're given the answer there, 44. Measure angle 2. Now solve for measure angle 2. So you know that 44 is measure angle 1 plus measure angle 2. Let's put an x in place of measure angle 2 because that's the unknown, equals to 90. When you subtract 90 minus 44, you get 46. So you see this degree sign that's telling you, that's asking you to put the number in, not another like alphabet or letter or anything, that's numbers. So measure angle 3 again, you know that measure angle 4 is what? 44. They have given it to you on the screen. Here you go. So this is 44. The next one, again, you will solve for measure angle 3 and what will that give you? 46. The next one, which two angles have the same measurement? Measure angle 3 is 46 and measure angle 2 is 46. So just write the angles here. Now here, what is the value of x? Again, look at the lines. You can make a complete circle, right? So make that and then add. So 105 plus 130 plus 40 plus 20 plus x is equals to 360. Remember, a circle is 360 degrees. So 360. Now add all of them. 105 plus 130, 130 plus 40 plus 20 is 295. 295 minus 360, what do you get? 65. So exactly, you get 65 as the answer. So you'll write x equals to 65. Again, the method is the same. If I'm doing anything incorrect, it's maybe in the calculation, like the subtraction or the addition. So be careful about that. Vertical angles, again, they're supposed to be equal to each other. So 4x minus 90 is equals to 2x plus 20. Again, please don't forget to subscribe. For x, 2x, it's 2x. You'll bring the 2x to the other side, and minus 90, take it to the other side, becomes positive 90. So 90 plus 20, 110. What is that? So 2x divided by 110, which is 55. The next one, again, here there's supplementary. What is supplementary means that 53 plus, so measure angle, so x, measure angle x, plus measure angle y are equals to 180. Okay, so you already know that one of them, supplementary means 180, so you know that one of them, x, is 53. So you just subtract it plus measure angle y. You take the 53 to the other side. What's 180 minus 53? So 180 minus 53 gives you 127. So you'll get here 127. Okay, let's go to the next one. The last question of this quiz is measure angle S and T. They're both complementary. So angle S and angle S and angle T. Again, they're supplementary. What does supplementary mean? That means that they're 90. So replace T with 37 and measure angle S. That is X is equals to 90. 90 minus 37 and you'll get measure angle S. So 90 minus 37. You get 53. Okay, everyone, take care of yourself. Please don't forget to subscribe and comment down below if you have any questions. You can always reach out to me, and take care of yourself.